Good afternoon. It is 12 noon today, June 17th, mid-year here in 2021, and I'm really excited for today's Food for Thought with UpliftED. We have a great guest today. I can't not wait for you to hear her story. When I heard her story, and you'll see why soon, we were immediately like, we need to share this with everyone, especially people who are thinking about changing careers, going back to school as an adult, what have you. Hopefully after today, you will say, I can do this, and you'll make that move. And if you do, contact us at UpliftED, and we will get you started with that and help you through that process. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Daisy Franklin, the consulting director with UpliftED. And yeah, this is our series. This is, I think, our second or third one this year, and we are looking forward to doing this more often, just sharing information about our partners and people doing amazing things in the community. So for today, I am going to let our guest introduce herself. Her name is Delitza, and I would love for her to talk about where she works and what she does.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you so much for having me. Absolutely. I am thrilled to be able to share my story, and hopefully it will help others. Like you said, my name is Delitza Fernandez. I am the project manager for the Strategic Impact Department at Heart of Florida United Way.
Awesome. And how long have you been with United Way?
I've been with them for, it's going to be 8 years now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Congrats on that. And you're also in school. What are you studying currently, and where are you going to school?
So I am getting I'm going towards a technical certificate in business development. Business operations. Sorry about that. And I am going to Seminole State College, doing it all online. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's been a year, and I having all this time off, not off, but being at home and not having to travel back and forth from work. I was like, you know what, I just might as well take this time and this opportunity to go back to school. I have tons of stuff going on in my life. So a lot of people were like, what are you doing?
So that tons of stuff. That's what we want to get into. Because you're going to school, but you have a lot of life happening, right?
Yes.
So can you tell us about that? Your road hasn't been easy. There's been challenges.
Right.
Can you tell us your story from the beginning?
Yes, absolutely. So it's like I said, it's been just crazy. So just to give you a little background, I am from Puerto Rico, and graduated high school in Puerto Rico, went straight out of high school, went to school to college, but then life happens, and I got married, and I have little ones, so school just it's like, well, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll finish. But then now I have 3 kids. They're 16, 15, and 8. So I have a child that has special needs. And then I have my daughter. It's been going through, she's been battling leukemia for 2 years now. And so we're going through that whole process of hospital visits and treatment and all of that. And then also having a second child, with special needs, that he needs to have that, also that structure and special things that he needs to do. So yeah, and then I'm working full time. So for United Way, and I love what I do, and I love helping others in our community. So, and I'm very involved with everything, whether it's with my kids and at work. So yes, it's just, been crazy, to say the least.
Yes. Anytime I would see you when we were in person,
Hmm.
you were always smiling and always with a purpose. You could tell you were doing something. You would never tell you had so much going on in the background, right? Which is
Yes.
amazing. That's a testament just to your character and who you are. So, okay, you have a child with special needs, and then you have a child who's battling leukemia, and you decide to go to school.
Yes.
Why did you make that decision? Why now? Tell about that.
So I wanted to do it. So I've been wanting to do it, and before it was more like I wanted to do it for myself, for my self development, to maybe create more opportunities for me, in my role that I am at United Way, and or maybe future roles, right? So that was my initial goal. But then also with all this craziness is going on in the world and with our children and all that, I wanted to show them that we can do this, like, because I always tell my kids, all we want from you, your job right now is, so you see mom and dad that they go to school, they go to work. But your job right now is being in school. And that's all we ask from you. You get good grades, just, do what you need to do, and that's your job. Right. So I wanted them to see that we could do it. And also, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my husband is also decided to go to school as an adult now. So it's a goal for me to teach them and for them to see that hard work pays.
Yeah.
um
What's he going to school for in his
mhm.
career, and then why he chose to go to school as well as an adult?
So he's doing he actually graduated this past May, but yeah, very exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So he went to he got his HVAC license. So gosh, I can tell you, this man, he knows how to do everything. So he
That's
wanted,
awesome.
yeah. And just kind of like seeing like what should I concentrate all of these, because gifts, I would say, because he just knows how to do a lot. So he decided, well, let's do HVAC. We're in Florida. People will always need, air conditioning or like,
Plumbing,
heaters.
air
So
conditioning,
yes,
transportation.
absolutely. So he did that. And we were able to show our kids. So for example, if there's some tests that he needs to take before getting his license, and he was struggling with one of them, right? And he took the test and didn't pass one of the classes. So he came back, and the kids were asking him, and he was like, you know what, I didn't pass one part of it, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go next week, and I have it scheduled, and don't worry, we're, I know that I'm going to study more, and I'm going to do it. And so him coming back with test results and saying like, you see, I did it. And my little one was so excited, and just, going to the graduation and seeing dad with a cap and gown and stuff like that. It was just something, it was amazing. So
That is awesome. Congratulations to him, but to the
mhm.
family, because
Yes,
that's,
absolutely.
and even what you're going through, it takes support of everyone in the family unit, right?
Yes,
For the kids to
absolutely.
realize, okay, mommy and daddy, they're studying. Let me go do
Mhm.
something on my own. Whatever
Right.
the case is, right? It takes a lot of
Mhm.
coordination,
It
support.
does.
So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
And HVAC, just for anybody, listening, that's one of those industries, right? That they need people, they need skilled workers. And so when you reskill, and maybe you're thinking, okay, I want a career change, that's one of those that are, in need of people. There's lots
Right.
of hiring right now, but I know that that's one of the certifications that people
Yes. And
are
he's
enrolling
planning on, yeah, he's planning on going and maybe getting his like for his electrician certification as well. So,
in. He's
there's a
gonna
lot of
step on that. Yeah, that's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, and just you just have to just go with it and just do it.
Exactly.
If you think about it too much, then it's never going to be done. And then it's so gratifying to see the end results. And as an adult with kids, or even if you don't have kids, but just to be able to show others that even if you're an adult, you go to school, it's okay. It's like it's fine, as I was in school, and I'm doing online. But we have these discussions, and we talk at the beginning, or write something about each other. And I was always one of the the older ones in the class, and just talking about my kids and stuff like that. But it was great because I was able to and other students that were younger, maybe just getting out of high school or something, they were like, this is amazing that you're doing this now, and this is great. And it's just being able to share your experiences with others, and also me letting them know it's just great for you to, I'm doing it now, but it would have been so much easier if I was able to do it since I was like, younger and stuff like that. So, but yeah.
Share your wisdom with the younger generation.
Absolutely.
So your path at United Way too, you have you started at a certain level, and then you've done really well with hard work, dedication, and all of that.
Yes.
Can you share about that and how you've where you are now?
Yes, absolutely. So I started at United Way as an admin assistant. So I was assisting the vice president at that time, and just being his assistant. I decided I wanted to, when I was searching for work, that was what I wanted to do, because it was an 8 to 5 job, and I was able, because my little one was very little at that time, so that's what I wanted to do, right? So I could go just do my job and just go home and be able to be a mom. So but then the kids growing, everything was settled, and I was like, what, I wanted, I want to do so much more. There's so much that you can do at United Way. So then Hurricane Maria happened, and there was a need for Spanish speaking staff to go and help at the airport that we had set up, like a little resource center there at the airport, to receive those families that were coming from Puerto Rico and were displaced here. So I was sent there. Our CEO said, Delitza, we need you there. Can you please go? And of course, let's go. I was very excited. And they told me, we just need you for a couple of days, And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just go. Went there, first week. And then I was like, wait, so like, what I should do? Should I come back next week, or should I just go back to the office and, just stay there? Well, long story short, I ended up being at the airport for, I think, 5 months. So, and just leading that project, it just happened. I don't know. It just like naturally happened. I just
organically create the systems and make sure everything was flowing right.
Yeah. So it just came to like, I was able to do this, and I just took charge of it. And of course, with there was another staff from United Way, and both we her name is Raquel, and she, both together, we had not worked together ever, because she had just started with United Way actually 2 weeks before. So but we just clicked, and we just like, we're taking charge of this, and we did it. And it was just such a great program. We helped so many individuals. So I was able to, like I was saying, I was able to show what I was able to do. So our CEO, he's amazing, and when he sees you, just lets you know. So it's like, you can do so much more. Let's see, so that your talents are used in a better way. So I started, going up and getting a promotion, and then I was like the project coordinator, and so I coordinated everything that was geared to the project that we were doing for Hurricane Maria. And then just slowly just started, getting into other roles, and showing what I could do. And that was another reason for me to just go back to school. Just there were certain things that I was like, I wish I knew more of this, So and what I'm doing now encompass a lot of the things that I need to grow in the role that I am. So I'm now, like I said, the project manager, and leading the diversity, equity, and inclusion now. It's my project, and I'm very proud of it.
And that's a new role, right? At United Way?
A new role. Yes, it is. So
that's awesome that they're taking that step and having that department or focus. It's so
Yes.
needed right now in every entity out there, business, nonprofit, or for-profit, really need to focus on that. So congratulations. And I can't
Thank
wait. Maybe
you.
we'll be back here in a
I
couple
know. Yes, yes.
um, and so your certificate at Seminole State College, can you talk about if there's and we talked about this about a month ago, so you'd have to refresh my memory, but did you complete your FAFSA? I know we talked about your husband with financial aid as well, but as an adult, what was the process for applying, enrolling, financial aid, all of that? Was it difficult? Was it easy? All of those things.
So really, I knew about FAFSA because being at United Way and just hearing about the programs and all that. So I did, both my husband and I did apply for FAFSA. I was unable to use FAFSA because I'm doing a technical certificate. So I couldn't use it. So that was, I was, of course, I was sad about that, but I was like, I'm going to do this. But my husband was able, he filled it out and he was able to use it. His technical certificate is through OCPS, the Orange County Technical Certificate. Technical school. So he was able to use his FAFSA and is even able to use it for this other certificate that he wants to take. So very excited about that. Yes, yes.
The story is no matter what your age, do the FAFSA, you never know.
Yes, do it. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So we were happy that he was able to get it. Yes, we didn't know. Like you said, it's like, you don't know if, I don't know why we think that, but like, I'm an adult. Will I qualify for this or not?
Well, people think it's for high schoolers automatically, right? Oh, this is for the high school kids to fill out. It's not for me. I'm going to have to take out loans. I'm not going to be able to do this.
Right.
Automatically, they're putting down all the negatives, right? All the things or the abilities, right? That could be negative. And they talk themselves out of it.
Right.
But it's like, no, there's opportunity. There's potential. Complete it. It's worth it.
Yes, absolutely. And I always, every time that I see, young kids that are, about to graduate from high school, it's always good to talk to them. Sometimes I know that the schools, let them know certain things, but, as a teenager, sometimes you're like half paying attention and you really don't know. So I remember we did something in school, but I don't know. So I always let them know there is an opportunity for you to, even get your full education paid, or part of anything helps. So definitely do that. So very grateful that my husband was able to get FAFSA. I'm paying for my for my own education now. But yeah, just I know that there's a lot of things out there that, and a lot of like scholarships and stuff like that I wasn't aware of when I started. That I am aware now. So been applying for some of those scholarships and see, I still have a couple of classes to go. So anything, like you said, helps.
That's awesome. And to apply and all of that, it was pretty simple with Seminole State and getting in and getting started.
Yes. I mean, to me, it was, just going back to it, it was, I just want to make sure that I was doing it right. And I'm more the type that I like to pick up the phone and talk on the phone rather than doing everything online. So that was a little bit of a difference for me, but it wasn't difficult at all. It wasn't just making sure that you pick what you want to do and knowing that you're really passionate about it, and it's not going to be school, it's just going to be learning something that you really love to do, and then just doing it.
Exactly. And a really cool thing is when you're an adult going back to school, starting school, whatever the case might be, you have so much life experience, right?
Yes.
And you've worked somewhere doing something. And what I tell people is it could be that you've been working in the home, right? You've been a stay-at-home mom, dad, and that still takes coordination, organization, communication with schools, all of those things.
Yes,
Don't minimize that. Use it
yeah,
as a strength.
absolutely.
And then use that experience, like you said in your classes, you shared that and you're sharing
Hmm.
your wealth of knowledge with the younger generation, which is awesome.
Yeah, I've even
Um,
had my kids, like I struggle with math, and I had to take a couple of math classes, and I was, went to my kids and like, because I know they have it fresh in their, in their head. So, and they even said like, oh, you can go here or you can go there, and you can, you can do tutoring, or you can all of that
I
stuff.
love
So
that.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you're working together, support again,
Yes.
that support. When you
Yes.
graduate with the certificate, there's going to be a big party and
Yes. Oh,
all of that
absolutely.
support.
Absolutely.
What an invitation.
Yes, yes.
So if there was, someone in front of you, a working adult who's considering going back to school, finishing their degree maybe, or they're like, oh my God, I've never been to school, but I really think I
Mhm.
should go because there's a promotion and, I need these skills, or just because they want to go to edify themselves,
Mhm.
whatever the case is, what would you say to them if they were right there in front of you right now?
I would just say, just do it. Do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. It sounds more difficult in your head than it actually is. And the reward is going to be so big, as you as a person, or if you have family members that are there rooting for you. It's just so gratifying to see. Like for me, for example, when my husband got his degree, it was so satisfying to go into his graduation and seeing him finally get it, and just thinking back about all the struggles that we went through, at times when he was like, I can't do this, or and I was like, no, you can do it, you can do it. And also reaching out to your professors and the staff in the school, wherever it is that you're going to, and just being open with them if there's something that you can't do or you missed or something like that. Just being honest and just talking to them. So, but I would say do it. It's amazing. And like I said, it sounds more difficult in your head than it really is.
Awesome. That's great advice. And what you were just saying about talking to the professors, the faculty, staff at the school, it's so important. It's
Hmm.
those kind of soft skills of relationship, right? Communication and writing in person on the phone. You
Hmm.
said picking up the phone. I remember reading a statistic a couple years back that the younger generation, their greatest fear was talking on the phone because this is what they're used to, right? They're used to
Yes,
their cell
yes.
phone, um, texting, social media, that type of thing. And I was like, wow,
Hmm.
I don't know what that is because we had to put a
Yeah.
quarter to make a phone
Yes.
call or go to the wall to make a phone call. We didn't have all of
Right.
that.
Hmm.
So, but we need to teach the younger generation that that's what you need to do, and even people now who are our age or older, they might think, oh, I had to do everything online. No, have those
Hmm.
face-to-face encounters, especially now that things are opening back up. Pick up
Hmm.
the phone and call them. You would be surprised. They'd probably be like, oh, thank goodness you're calling me. Like I'm so
Right.
used to doing emails. It could be, that breath of fresh air for them. So take that step. And also, it's just that skill set that employers need too. So
Mhm.
if you haven't been in the workplace for a long time, those general like communication skills, teamwork. You were talking about, you picked up this project for
Mhm.
Hurricane Maria at the airport. You didn't know who you were working with. She just started, and you guys just took charge. You said, we got to get this done. Let's work together. Problem solving. All
Mhm.
of that are those skills that our employers are looking for. And
Yeah.
so just think through those if you're thinking about going back to school. Those soft skills are very important as well.
Yeah. And if you're working and trying to go back to school, just like learning from your peers, like I learned so much from the other person that was there, helping me through with the Hurricane Maria project. I learned so much from her. I asked her a million questions, and now I see her as a mentor, and she's still with United Way, and every time that I need something, or I am not feeling very confident about something, I'll just go to her. And there's others also that I do the same. So it's just like going to your peers sometimes helps a lot too. And just going through, they can even say, oh no, don't worry, I went through that and this is what you have to do, or they could guide you to where you can go and get assistance for whatever it might be.
Yes. I always kind of put the mentality or the hat on of, okay, what would a kid do? What would a toddler do? They ask questions.
Right.
Why? But why?
All the time.
Why? That's what we should do as adults too, always
Yes.
learning something.
Right.
So we are so thankful for you sharing this. Every time I hear your story, it just gives me goosebumps. And I just want to like record it and take it around with me and show everybody that you can do it, because you have so much going on.
Mhm.
I mean, I think we do that to ourselves. We're like, oh, we have so much going on at the house, whatever,
Right.
family type things. I'm
Mhm.
not going to be able to do this. But when you have that desire, that fire to do it, you have a big why, right? Your family, your kids, you can do anything. And
Mhm.
so thank you for sharing. I
Absolutely.
wanted to just give you the opportunity. Is there anything else you wanted to share?
No, I think I shared everything that I would, like shared, but like I said before, either if it's doing it just for you or doing it, to like, for me, it was like something that I wanted to do to grow, and be better in my role that I'm at, but then also to teach our kids, like, if we can do it and we have all of this going on, you guys can do it too. So, and yeah, so that was my big, um inspiration every time that I would like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. It's like, nope, I have to teach them that we can do it. So, just finding that thing and that end goal. And like, again, if you're thinking about it, do it. It's worth it. You're going to love it. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I can't wait to get off and share it and get the word out. And then also, I know folks keep an eye out. We are working on a blog post by Delitza, and it'll be in English and in Spanish. So that'll come out soon. So that's something that you will be able to share with your friends, family, colleagues, even your students, right, that you might be working with. I know some of you might be working with adults for getting their GED and then going to get their certification. This might be really good for them to give them that push. So
absolutely.
thank you again. And until next time, have a good
Absolutely.
one.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're still, you want to stop the